Have you ever stopped to wonder if the life you're living is truly your own? Every decision, every belief, every dream, are they yours? Or have they been handed to you by a world that's been shaping you since birth? Today, we're peeling back the layers of reality to ask a fundamental question. How much of what we call ourselves is really us? This isn't just some late-night existential crisis. Philosophers, scientists, and thinkers across history have wrestled with the nature of identity, free will, and the invisible forces that shape our lives. And by the end of this video, you might start questioning everything you thought you knew about who you are. From the moment we're born, we enter a world that's already in motion. Society, culture, family, all of these elements hand us a script before we even know how to read. We're given a name, a language, a set of values, and an understanding of how the world works. It's like walking onto a stage where the play is already halfway through, and nobody stops to explain what's going on. Think about it. Why do you believe what you believe? Why do you value what you value? Much of it isn't a conscious choice. It's the result of conditioning, upbringing, and social norms. French philosopher Michel Foucault argued that power structures shape our thoughts in ways we don't even notice. We believe we're free thinkers, but how much of that thinking has been pre-written by forces beyond our control? Now, let's take this idea further. If our choices are shaped by factors outside of us, our upbringing, our biology, our subconscious, how free are we really? The question of free will has haunted philosophers for centuries. Are we truly making decisions, or are we just playing out a script written by our past experiences and external influences? Neuroscientists like Benjamin Libet discovered that the brain registers decisions milliseconds before we become consciously aware of them. If our brain decides before we do, then what part of us is actually in control? Of course, this idea is unsettling. We like to believe we are in the driver's seat of our own lives, but what if the steering wheel is just for show? But here's where things get interesting. Just because we're influenced doesn't mean we're prisoners. The moment we recognize the forces shaping us, we gain a new kind of power, the ability to question, to resist, and to rewrite the narrative. Philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre believed in radical freedom, the idea that we are not bound by our past or our conditioning. Yes, society hands us a script, but we are the ones who choose whether to follow it. We can reject expectations, redefine our beliefs, and carve out our own identity. So, what does this mean for you? It means self-awareness is the key to true freedom. The more you examine your choices, the more you can determine which ones are truly yours. If we want to break free from the invisible script, we have to start by asking the right questions. Who am I when I strip away what society expects of me? What beliefs do I hold because I've examined them, and which ones have I merely absorbed? This is where the work begins. The existentialists, thinkers like Nietzsche and Kierkegaard, believed that crafting an authentic self requires courage. It means stepping away from comfort and certainty and daring to create your own meaning. This doesn't mean rejecting everything society offers. It means being deliberate about what you choose to accept. It means making decisions not out of habit, but out of intention. So, where does this leave us? Are we just puppets of fate, shaped by forces beyond our control? Or do we have the power to break free and become the authors of our own lives? The truth is, it's both. We are shaped by our environment, but we are not prisoners of it. The more we question, the more we reflect, the more we take ownership of our lives, the freer we become. The real question is, are you willing to do the work to reclaim yourself? Or will you keep following a script you never wrote? The choice is yours, if it ever was.